Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Lee, and today's video is all about bringing you an update on the Trimalleolar Fracture that I experienced 1 year and 9 months ago. So as I said, guys, it's a review, it's a follow-up. I've been meaning to do one of these for a while and I haven't done it, and I apologize. I'm doing it now. I am still suffering from a head cold. This thing's kicking my butt. You're not hear about the head cold. You hear about the update on the Trimalleolar Fracture. So let's get to that. It's been 1 year and 9 months, just a little over 9 months, by about 10 days, I think. And if you've watched this series of the Trimalleolar Fracture that I have on our YouTube channel, you get to see a small portion of the roller coaster ride that I went through when I broke my foot. Now, if you haven't watched this, let me put this into context for you. I was being stupid, horsing around, fell out of bed, dislocated 2 bones, broke 2 or 3 in my ankle, was taken to the hospital. They looked at it, was like, yep, you broke it. Cha-ching! So they set it in place. I went, I had surgery, 2 plates, 13 screws later. I have a cast on. I have a cast for several weeks, and then the cast becomes the moon boot or the walking boot, depending on what you want to call it. My wife called it the moon boot. So I had that on for the longest time, and I went from a knee scooter to crutches to a cane until finally it was all off, and they're like, yep, good to go. Let's put your ass in therapy. Yada, yada, yada. So what can I tell you a year and 9 months later that I haven't already told you? Quite a few things. First thing I think I would say is that my foot has never went back to its normal size. I always have some swelling in my foot. Some degree of swelling is always present in my foot and has never went back to its natural size. I can tell you that I rarely have pain in it. And I say rarely. Bear that in mind. That doesn't mean that I don't have pain in it. Generally, when I experience pain in my foot, it's because I've overpushed it. You know, I've overpushed it for my limits, not necessarily for my foot's limits. And I'll go more into that, into what I mean by that, a little bit later in this video. Another point, I used to be extremely ticklish on my feet. Now, if I can convince my wife to give me a foot massage, I feel like I've just won the lottery. Mind you, I'm not interested in the non-broken foot being massaged. I just want the broken foot massaged. I know. Crazy, right? There is nothing I can't do if I get myself out of my way. A year and 9 months, you know, the doctor told me, he says, Lee, at a year, you're going to have what you're going to have. And I'm like, okay. Gives me something to understand and a reference. But it's been a year and 9 months. And I'm still doing more every week, every month, even sometimes every day. Now you're saying to yourself, that's not possible. If the doctor told you that at a year you're going to have what you're going to have, but you're telling me at a year and 9 months you're still doing more, that's either one of you is wrong. The doctor's wrong or you're wrong. I don't believe either one of us are wrong. I don't. And I say that because fear has controlled me. Having never broke a bone in my life, and we'll just say that my age is old, in case you wasn't sure. Having never broke a bone in my life, I had nothing to reference to. You know, most kids break bones when they're younger, they experience that pain, they go through it, yada, yada, yada. I never experienced that. The worst I've ever done was bruised my tailbone and sprained an ankle. That's it. Neither of which can even remotely come close to dislocating 2 of your bones and breaking like 3. So my tolerance for pain was nil. I mean, I had no tolerance for pain. I get a splinter in my finger, I'm over in the corner going, oh my God, I have to have you. I mean, I was overly dramatic. Seriously. So for me, breaking my foot was devastating. Mentally, physically, emotionally, across the spectrum. I didn't know how to deal with it. You know, I went back and I've watched the earlier videos from when I broke my foot, and they do not begin to describe the roller coaster that I went through and the roller coaster that my wife went through. Pain is such a powerful thing, but I honestly believe that it slowed my healing process down, which is why I say we're both right. The doctor's right and I'm right. I have no doubt that at approximately the 1 year mark, my foot was completely healed, fused together, you know, everything it needed to do, and it's at its limits. However, I'm not at my limits because I babied it. When I finally got back up walking, I treated myself like I was in a bubble, like just wrap me up in bubble wrap, because I was so scared, and still to this day I'm scared of re-breaking it. Every day I'm overcoming that. Earlier this year, we met up with some family who is much younger than us, and we went and visited. We walked and we walked and we walked. I mean, I think we averaged like 18,000 steps. The first day that I had 18,000 steps, my foot was like, okay, you're trying to be funny, but it's all right. I'll let this one slide. When I turned around and did it the second day, my foot went, nope, not gonna have that. Is it because my foot can't handle 18,000 steps a day? No, I believe my foot can handle 18,000 steps a day. The problem is that I've got to work my foot up to 18,000 steps a day. And before that, I hadn't been. So one of the things that I've been working on, and if you watch one of our earlier videos, you know this, is working on being more healthy. Since breaking my foot 1 year and 9 months ago, I've put on a lot of weight. And that's a lot of my progress here lately, is remapping the way I think. So I've been pushing myself. And I've been trying to get 10,000 steps every day. If you watched our earlier video, you heard me say this. You heard me say I'm trying to eat healthy, I'm trying to walk more, I'm trying to get 10,000 steps a day. Have I been successful? Yes and no. Just keeping it real. Some days I have hit it. Some days I've blown it out of the park. Other days, it was like a meh, meh, meh. I believe my foot can do anything I want it to do. I have to get my mind out of the way. If you're experiencing a break of any kind, or even if you are experiencing a break just like mine, a trimalleolar fracture, everybody's is different. Everybody deals with it differently. Everybody's going to handle it differently. But the biggest things I'm going to tell you, number one, respect those that are taking care of your ass. It's hard, but the world doesn't evolve around you when you break something. And I say this because I needed someone to say that to me. I went through an extreme emotional roller coaster, and I brought my wife along with me. My wife didn't sign up to get on that roller coaster. My wife didn't want to be on that roller coaster, but I brought her along. I'm like, look, honey, I bought you a ticket too. Number two, for me, I kept a diary, journal, whatever you want to call it. I would write down in there my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, my whatever, you know. It helped me. I'm not saying it's a fix for everybody, but it helped me. Thirdly, don't let fear control you. Don't tell yourself that you can't do something because of X, Y, or Z. At the same token, don't be stupid. Listen to your body, listen to your doctors, listen to yourself. 1 year, 9 months. I'm proof you can make it to the other side, even when you don't think you can. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, one thought in front of another. Don't stop. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have bad days, and some of those days may run in together. Look for the positive. Don't give up. But I got this. And you got this. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, because you got this. If I can do it, I darn well know you can do it. Trust me on that, because I'm the biggest baby ever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out this video and the series, if you check out the series. I hope that it helps somebody. I'll continue to do these for a while longer, just to continue to show the progress. And hopefully they help you. Toodles.